Just say it, man. Don't make me ask 20 questions.
What is the point?
Get to the point.
Just say it already!
Welcome to the Podcram. Here's a practical concept for you, version 0.1 from part of Derek Sivers' 2015 speech at the World Domination Summit. Special thanks to Jonathon for digging this one up.
Version 0.1. I met a guy at a music conference once, and I said, hey, what are you working on? And he said, I am building the ultimate music recommendation engine. It is going to be the ultimate thing. It's going to tie into all of your social networks and all of your friends. It is going to be the ultimate music recommendation that's going to listen to everything that you've ever streamed, everything in your hard drive and everything on all of your devices. It is going to be the ultimate music recommendation. The thing is, I've been working on this project for 2 years. I've been pitching this idea for 2 years, but it's going to take $2 million to make it. I've got it all specced out, but the cost to make this thing will be $2 million. So for the last 2 years, I've been trying to meet investors. Do you know any investors? And I went, oh God, okay, hold on. I said, what kind of music would I like? And he said, what? I said, you said you want to start a music recommendation service, so what music would I like? He said, no man, this isn't about that. No, this isn't like this and that. Man, we're building a whole enterprise backend. This thing is going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest thing ever. I was like, yeah. Okay, but look, even elephants are born small, right? So you have to start with something. So if you want to start something, you know how they have software version numbers, right? Like software version 1.0, version 3.5. I said, what you've just described to me is like, that's version infinity. That is the glorious future of your idea where everything has worked out perfect. And that is like a decade into the future. That's where your big idea will be. But as of right now, what you need is like version 0.1. And version 0.1 is the thing that you can do right now with a piece of paper and quit making excuses that you're looking for investors. Like we're just sitting there in this like music convention. Oh, thank you. That's why I love Chris's $100 startup book. I love that. So we were at this music conference and I said, here, excuse me, but just watch. And I said, excuse me. I said, what kind of music do you like? And the guy said, me? I said, yeah. What kind of music do you like? He said, Bjork. I said, have you heard Leaky Lee? He said, no. I said, check it out, let me know what you think. He said, all right. Now, I just began a music recommendation service. It just pains me when I see people that spend all their time like trying to raise money, whereas that same amount of time could be spent actually doing something. And the 2 years that this guy has spent trying to raise money could have been 2 years spent just with like a piece of paper, talking to real people. What kind of music do you like? Okay, did you like Leaky Lee? Was she good? Oh, no, you didn't? Okay, all right, noted. You could just, then eventually you put it into a spreadsheet, then maybe you put it into a computer, then maybe you build a website for it, then maybe you give it a name, and then maybe people can log in. But you can just start with like this now. So, the first version of CD Baby did almost nothing. It was like, I didn't know programming at the time, and I made it in 6 days. It was like a one-page website that had 20 of my friends, each one with a little button next to it that said add to cart. And check this out. This is so, like, I would never have admitted this at the time, but, you know. When you would type in your credit card info and click buy, all it would do is just email it to me. It would email your raw credit card info to me, and I would highlight my mouse and copy and paste every single field. I'd highlight my mouse over first name, Control-C, Alt-Tab, Control-V, Control-C, Alt-Tab, Control-V, Control-C, Alt-Tab, Control-V. Because the deal is I was only getting like 3 orders a week, right? So there was no need to build some big damn system, and it got me started. I started it in 6 days, and it was profitable in 6 weeks. My biggest startup expense, you know, when you have to get the SSL certificate so you can have an HTTPS, that was $375, those fuckers. Everything after that was profit. I made $400 after 6 weeks, and then I was profitable. But there's a great quote from, I think it's Reid Hoffman, who started LinkedIn, that says something like, if you're not embarrassed by your first launch, then you've launched too late. And I really like that idea.
Thanks for listening to this installment of The Podcram. I hope it contains something useful for you. If you enjoy these selections and are curious about the curator's own thoughts, you can check out my other podcast, Psychic Lube, where I share concise concepts meant to grease the intellectual gears and help get your creative juices flowing. Each episode is an ongoing collaborative project that welcomes listeners to expand or rebut its points by email or comment, the most interesting of which get incorporated through periodic re-recordings. As always, if you're intrigued by today's content, I encourage you to go listen to the full podcast in its original form directly from its creators so that their sponsors keep paying them to make stuff for us and nobody feels compelled to sue me for copyright infringement. Now, get off your phone and go do smart stuff. Have a productive day.